tossed around the bend. Holiday couldn't be here sooner.
Hello, shiny happy people. Welcome to Kimba's Crafts. My name is Kim, and if you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, guys. So today we're going to go through the process of printing up a page and preparing it. I'm actually going to print up 2 pages. Actually, I'm going to print up 3 pages. I might as well just print up these pages and start preparing them because, you know, I'm doing them one after the other. So here's how we do it. I had this pulled up in Adobe Reader. So you can see down here, I have the Adobe Reader, and then I just pull up my pattern in it, okay? After I pull up my pattern, I go to the print icon here. I click print. And yes, this pattern is copyrighted, but like you're seeing not even a portion of it. Anytime it pulls up and I know a lot of people are already guessing the name of this canvas. When I picked it, I think it would have been a little harder. At the time, I didn't know that a company was going to release this canvas. So that happened. Remember, I picked this all the way back in the beginning of the year. And so, yeah, I didn't know that was going to happen. I thought it would be a lot harder, but I think people are recognizing it. Okay, so, and that's fine. We're still going to keep playing the game. I don't care if you know what it is. I'm going to keep playing the game because, you know, we can still build the snowman. So, I'm printing up pages 14. Actually, I'm just going to print up page 14 for now because I don't want to accidentally, if it's not printing up properly, I don't want to print up more than one. Okay, so we're going to test it out. So I put in here pages, and not all, not current. I just put pages, and I'm putting in page 14. How do I know I want page 14? Because I counted. You know, I went into the actual thing, and I counted exactly how many what page down. Okay, that's how I know. And then I don't want it 100%, so I'm going to custom scale it, and the scale that Tammy recommends that you use, and that has been working for me with Heaven and Earth Designs. Now keep in mind, this is with Heaven and Earth Designs. I have tried this scale with Etsy patterns that I've printed, and it's not the same. So it's not a universal scale. It does depend on the size of the actual pattern pictures. So for Heaven and Earth Designs, you can do 108.1, 108.1. So you hit custom, you delete 100%, and you want to go to 108.1%. And once you click that, it'll show you how it's going to print up. And that's how it should look. Now, I look to see that this is going to be up at the top, high up at the top, that I'm not getting anything cut off on the side here. And I do double check all that. So now I'm going to take you over to my printer, and I'm going to show you how I load my printer. Okay, so I'm going to, we'll be right back in front of my printer. 1 second. Okay, guys, this is my printer. And this is what I keep my transparency paper in. And I actually, with my faux memo, I actually just labeled all of it. Like this is regular paper. I really love these containers. I'm actually using one to hold all of my completed pages in. I have one for the double-sided adhesive. So yeah, these boxes have come in pretty handy. I have one for all my planner stickers, and Excuse me. It came in a box of 6, so it was definitely a very useful purchase. Now, whatever brand of transparency paper you get, this is the brand that I got. I don't know if this is the one that Tammy recommended because I bought this stuff so long ago. I don't think so because I think maybe it might have been, but she had like a different type of printer. So this is for, I just have an inkjet printer. So this is the transparency paper that I got. I think a majority of people in this world have just plain old inkjet. It's a 50 pack. And it tells you on the back how to distinguish the printing side. And so it tells me that if the rounded corner is on the bottom right, that's the side it's going to get printed on. And so it's like this. Oh, hello, there I am. To be printed on. But for my printer, like, you don't put the printer side up, you put the printer side down. So I put a little cheat sheet in here to say, put the rounded corner in the tray. When you put it in the tray, it's got to be on the left bottom. Okay, so I keep that on top because, and then I just refer to that every time I load a sheet in here. So I'm just going to load one sheet. I'm going to put the rounded corner, see the rounded corner, in the bottom left, like my cheat sheet tells me. Put this in here, like that. And now I'm going to print it at the scale, 108.1. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so just gonna put, it comes out like this. I just, again, just markered over the name. And that's what I want. I want that page 6 and the title of and all that stuff at the very, very top. So I knew that the other one was printing up improperly because it was basically, it started where the 80 is. That came down to here. So I knew it wasn't printing up properly. But we'll just go ahead and double check to make sure we got everything on the page that we need to be on the page, right? We didn't, and that's another thing. It was cutting off over here. So it looks like this is perfect, but we'll double check it together. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back over to the computer and we'll just double check where we were supposed to leave off on the page. Okay, so the way we can check this is, if you look here, it says 190. And it goes 1, 2, 3 rows below 190. And what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3 rows below 190. And then the top part, to check the top part, we'll just go to the top and we'll look at the scale on the computer here. And it's 150, and it's how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows past 150. So it goes up to 157. And you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. So perfect. We know it's all on the page, and that's exactly how we needed it. So I'm going to go ahead and print up 2 more pages. Now, that's as detailed as I'm getting, guys. If you want all of the tips and tricks and all of that, I am going to, again, refer you back to the creator of this method, Tammy, on Diamond Painting Between the Lines. She has 3 very, very detailed videos. They're long because they're extremely detailed on all the tips, tricks, what not to do. I'm not going to go into all of that, okay? I'm going to refer you back to her video, watch her video, and she goes, I watched it. I watched them multiple times, and that's why I know how to do this. Again, I had to figure out a couple of things on my own, like that I needed Adobe Reader. I mean, unless she had said that and I just didn't hear it. I don't know. She very well could have, but, you know, that was just, and like I said, it's just been trial and error. So yeah, you may, even with all those details, tips and tricks and everything, run into a couple bumps in the road. And again, it's just, you know, going to be however you troubleshoot it. So, all right, I'll be right back. I gotta add more transparency paper to the printing well or the tray and all that. So give me 1 second. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and finish preparing this page. Well, we're gonna do the next step, and then I'm gonna diamond paint. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm going to actually record the preparation of this page and break it up. So in the middle, I'm going to put the first layer of glue on now, okay? And then I'm going to set the alarm for 1 hour. Okay, then I'm going to diamond paint half a page. Then I'm going to diamond paint half a page. And then when we come back, we'll do our game. And like I said, I know a lot of you know it, or probably most of you know it, but we're still going to keep playing the game. I kind of want to build the snowman. Maybe we'll build the snowman regardless, even if we keep just getting letters. But, you know, at the end, we'll at least build him and see what he looks like. But, so, and then in the middle, we'll put the second layer on, play the game, and then at the end, I'll show you how I put the cover sheet on. Oh, wait. First, we need to put the... Oh, see, I almost did it again. Okay, so here's how we do the double-sided adhesive. So this is the double-sided adhesive that I use. Again, I put all the links down below. If I miss something... don't feel free to, I'm obviously getting very behind on comments because, well, I was sick and I don't want to talk. I've been busy. It's the holiday season and I'm trying to do this every day. So, you know, I'll catch up on the comments. I will, I promise, but, okay, so what you do is you separate it, and then one side's going to have the sticky and one side's not. So on this time when I separated it, and I prefer it this way, the yellow side does not have the sticky, the white side does. So I actually prefer the yellow side to not have the sticky, and I'll keep playing with it until I get it that way if I have to. What I do is I'll fold it over and literally crease it without touching, don't touch the tape part. Just crease it like this. And then that way you have a lot of control over it. Now you're just going to want to line it up wherever it is you're going to put it on your page. Where I like to put it is I put it right above the numbers. Now, this is very important. You have to make sure it's going on straight, because one time I put it on just a little crooked, and if you put it on a little crooked like this, you see how some of the grid was exposed? It's a pain in the butt. I ended up having to cut off some of it. So even if it means laying it down just so you can see exactly where it's gonna like come off and roll, what I do is I try to get it as straight as possible, and then just push down. Okay, push down like that. This is a pretty good placement because you see it just covers up to the numbers on the top. That's where I like to cover it. I don't know why. And then now, because I have this folded over, I can just pull this tab and slowly work my hand on the other side to lay it down. Okay, pull and shimmy with the other hand. Pull and shimmy. Pull and shimmy. So, and that's what you're going to do all the way down. You're just going to try not to get a lot of air underneath, you know, as best you can. And then when I get close to the end, so you can see this is where the paper is, I'll flip it over and I'll just push it under, and then I put the yellow part on top. Now, the part that's not now I cut this part off, the part where the transparency paper ends. I'll use the edge here as my guide, and I'll just go straight across. Now you see how much easier it is for me after how many pages have I done now? You know, I'll just go straight across. Like that. I have now a strip, okay? I save it. It came in handy when I had that little area here. I just cut a little piece off the strip and I just laid it down. Actually, here's that strip. And I just laid it down and it was no problem. So this is, now I have the double-sided adhesive. You can see there's like a couple bubbles in here. Not a big deal. This is garbage. I guess some people, you can save it if you want to use the shiny side as a cover sheet, but certainly don't want to accidentally put the matte side down because that's just straight up paper and you're gonna have to do maneuvering to get that off. And then you can just, anything, you could use a ruler, any flat object you have, maybe even be able to use a tray. Well, no, this isn't, it's just not sturdy enough. To get the bubbles out. And it's honestly, I have not been able to get any bubbles out with this method anyway. Like not underneath the actual transparent, whatever. But there's hardly anything going on here. So it's a pretty good page. And that's how you add the adhesive, okay? Next step is, this is, I would think, hold on a second. Guys, I had to prep a second page because I like to have 2 pages going at once, but okay. So basically, we're gonna put the glue on this page. I'm gonna use the foam brush. Now, this is the part that I think is scary for everyone. It's scary for me. You have to remove the entire cover sheet, and you'll see the double-sided adhesive left behind, okay? So go ahead and remove the entire cover sheet. Put that aside. And then get your tack it all over. And I found that I like a little more glue than less glue. And it's fine. It's not too slippery. So I have been a little more generous. Then the second coat, I put it a little less on, I think. So then you just spread it all over. I just make sure I get all of the grid. So I go around and I do the edge. That's the pug. She just settled down. Okay, and then just start to spread. So I'll go like this. And I like to end it with up and down. Just make sure you get everywhere. What I did was, I don't know how much, so I did put a little too much on. And what I do is I just take the brush when I put too much on, which I tend to do because I like it a little heavier on the glue. I'll just go like this to get the excess off. And I like to end it with going with an up and down stroke for some reason. Like that. All right. So now you let it dry for 1 hour. After the first coat, you let it dry for an hour. After the second coat, you let it dry for 2. And you can see where there's bubbles. Wherever it's like darker, that's where there's like probably a little bit of a bubble, but it doesn't affect the diamond painting part of it. Let this dry for, like I said, an hour. Then you do it again. And you let it dry for 2 hours, and then we put the cover sheet back on. So in an hour, we're going to do this again. That'll be in the middle of the diamond painting session, and we'll go from putting the second coat on right to spinning the wheel, and then we'll diamond paint the second half of the page or the second quarter, and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you how to put the cover sheet back on. Very easy. Just don't like this line here. Okay, that's it. All right, guys. So enjoy the music.
While the snow is gently falling, we keep busy until late, 'cause tomorrow keeps on calling, and the red man will not wait. So we better get to move on. Let's bring on the evergreens. Keep the chimney clean, you chimney clean. You know what I mean, 'cause tomorrow is the day. I can hear the sleigh bells ringing, how they're headed for our house. And the radio keeps singing what the season's all about. From upstairs we hear the laughter from the ones that waited long for the socks to fill, but they won't until the birth of Christmas Day.
Okay, guys, there's the first. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Oh, it's taped down. So it's the door of the bakery. Now, I'm going to show you the putting on of the second coat and then the spinning of the wheel. All right. Okay, guys, so it's been about an hour and a half, and this is what it looks like after the first coat. So it does absolutely dry clear. As you can see, I do wash my foam brush off in between. It's just slightly damp, but it still works fine. Or you know what? I'll just use this one, because this was a 3-pack, so I'll just use the large one for this second coat here. No big deal. And you don't have to put as much on. The reason why this comes out so easily is because I do store this the tip down, just FYI, so that I don't have to like bang on it and whatever. So again, you're just going to spread it out evenly. You don't need as much this time because I did a pretty heavy layer the first time, and it won't take as much to just get that kind of milky white top. That wasn't quite enough. Don't need that much more. Just like a little bit along this edge, a little bit along this edge. Just go like this. Just try to make sure you cover everything. Like that. And then just smooth it over again. Actually, I can feel that I didn't get. And what I put down as protection is just a piece of wrapping paper. And honestly, I'm going to use that trick for like any future projects, just because wrapping paper, you know, you can get it at the dollar store. Just get a cheap roll of wrapping paper, and you can just use small sheets of it. Just like that. So now you can see that there's a little bit, it's a little milkier. And we're just gonna let this dry for 2 hours now. And then we put the white cover back on. I'm gonna set us up. We're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel. Then we'll diamond paint the other quarter of that page, and then we'll come back and put the cover on together. Okay, be right back. All right, we are gonna spin this wheel and see what we get today. Cue. There is no Q in this name. So we are going to build another part of the snowman. Go ahead and take Q out. There we go. All right, let me go ahead and prepare the head. I only have to shave off the one end for the head. So I will be right back. All right, here's his head. Cut the piece off to flatten it. And boop. There he is. That is the body of the snowman. So now he's like, I might have to put something like around him, like to prevent that from happening. Or maybe I should see, this is, yeah, see, this is, I can fix that. So I'll fix all that and make sure he stays up straighter. Well, he stands fine, but if you move him around, if you knock him over a little bit, he falls over. But yep, that's him. So next one will be like part of his face or something. We'll see. So gonna go ahead and finish up the 4th quarter of this page. You guys enjoy the music.
I love them roasted noses. I love them mistletoes. I love them cheesy pieces on television. And I cry like a baby each time. See, the hero gets the girl, and I got a Merry Christmas crush. There's nothing like a fire, like angels in the snow. I never will be tired of this adorable season. Got a real feel-good flow. Oh, and every carol is a rush. Got a Merry Christmas crush. Tonight I wanna celebrate. Tonight I wanna dream away. See the shimmer in the eyes of every happy Christmas child. A Merry, Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. A Merry, Merry Christmas. So Merry Christmas to you. Let's have a joyful night. We'll keep a candle burning to light the way for the reindeers. Give Santa Claus a hand. Oh, I really cannot get enough of my Merry Christmas crush. Tonight I wanna celebrate. Tonight I wanna dream away. See the shimmer in the eyes of every happy Christmas child. A Merry, Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. A Merry, Merry Christmas. A Merry, Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas.
Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and put the cover sheet back on the page. And it's as simple as this. You take the white cover sheet you took off and you just line it up. Yes, Poochie. You're just gonna sit there and stare at me while I do this? That's it. It doesn't have to be perfect because, you know, you are going to be cutting it and taking it off. And that's it. That's how you make the sheet, and then you put the washi tape where you need to put it, depending on where it lands in your the puzzle piece, okay? Like if it's a corner, if it's a middle, you washi where you need to. All right. Alrighty. So there is page 4 completed. I'm gonna just untape it from here. And I gotta tell you, if you do use washi tape to tape your things down, it doesn't leave any residue. Well, it hasn't for me anyway. The door to the bakery, and then here's a window to, I believe it's gonna say toy store. So that's what we have so far. And yeah. Okay, guys. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out. And if you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimba's Crafts. I would love to have you. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Keep diamond painting.